Hello, friends. I'm Kathy Fay, Executive Director of the Boston Early Music Festival, or BEMF. Thank you for joining me for this very special pre-concert talk preparatory to the upcoming performance of our 2023-2024 Boston Early Music Festival concert season featuring opera Prima. Before I introduce our two guests, let me just say that all of us at BEMF are thrilled to be presenting the BEMF debut of opera Prima in a program titled Tormento Seicento, Love and Torment in the music of Monteverdi, Rossi, Merula, Caccini, and others. This highly anticipated concert features an ensemble of superb musicians alongside a favorite of BEMF audiences, both locally and around the world, soprano Amanda Forsythe. Founded by the eminent viola da gamba virtuoso Cristiano Contadin, opera Prima is dedicated to exploring the Italian repertoire of the 1600s. They make their BEMF debut on Saturday, February 3rd at 8 p.m. at First Church in Cambridge Congregational, in a program exploring the passions of the human soul. This program will also be presented in New York City on the BEMF series at the Morgan Library and Museum on Thursday evening, February 1st at 7:30 p.m. Tickets for the Boston performance by Opera Prima are still available and can be purchased online by visiting the BEMF website at BEMF.org or by calling the BEMF office at 617-661-1812. For those unable to attend our performance on Saturday, February 3rd, virtual tickets are also available. Our virtual presentation premieres on Saturday, February 17th at 8 p.m. and will be available for a 2-week period from Saturday, the 17th of February through and including Sunday, March 3rd. And now it is my pleasure to introduce Amanda Forsythe and Cristiano Contadin, who have prepared a musical feast for those of us lucky enough to attend this performance on Saturday, February 3rd. We're looking forward to hearing a bit more about their inspiration for this program. So with that, I will now disappear from the screen and turn the microphone over to Amanda and Cristiano. My thanks again for watching this pre-concert talk, and I look forward to seeing you at the concert on Saturday, February 3rd.
Thank you, Kathy, for that introduction, and a big thank you to the Boston Early Music Festival for hosting Opera Prima as we kick off our American tour of Tormento Seicento. I'm Amanda Forsythe, and if you've seen any BEMF shows in the last 10 years, you might have seen me once or twice. And this is Cristiano Contadin, the founder and director of Opera Prima. I first met Cristiano on a European tour with Philippe Jarouski and I Barocchisti, and we were doing music based on the Orpheus myth, which you might have actually seen Philippe and I do a version of that program with Boston Early Music Festival a few years ago. So after the tour, he invited me to Italy to sing with his group, and we did a program of music by Johann Gottlieb Braun, who was a German composer writing in the Italian style, and from sort of the late Baroque, early classical period. And he had written extensively for viola da gamba, which is Cristiano's instrument. And Cristiano had heard about these two pretty substantial cantatas that were unique because they were written almost as like a double concerto for viola da gamba solo and soprano solo, and they hadn't been recorded. So we performed them and then we recorded them for CPO, and that was well received. So we decided to record a second CD, this time Handel's Roman cantatas. Handel, another German composer writing in the Italian style. This was at the beginning of his career when he was living in Rome. And we kept sort of moving back further in time, and now we've arrived at music from the beginning of the Baroque period, from the Seicento period, so the beginning of the 1600s. This time it's all Italian composers, and it's it's a great program. It's something we've been collaborating on for a couple of years, trying to get it just right. And I think we've arrived at something really special, I hope. And I'll let Cristiano tell you a little bit about the program and about the musicians who are playing.
Thank you, Kathy, and thanks Boston Haley Music Festival for inviting me, Opera Prima, and Amanda to do this, to perform this program. It's a new program of Opera Prima, and the name is Tormento Seicento, as already said Amanda, and is a program focused on the first part of the 17th century on the Italian repertoire. And we did a selection of the most beautiful part of the most beautiful aria, and for voice and some instrumental pieces. And in the main subject of this selection, at the end, it came out as be the torment, the love with some struggle, some difficulties, and the pain, and not easy life for lovers. And but also is one of the point of the program is that most part of these pieces are based on basso ostinato structure, that is this structure of few bars on the bass that can have a different name according to the style, that are passacaglia or chaconne or canario, and according the type, we can have some sad, more melancholy or severe piece like passacaglia, or some joyful and lively and very fresh, energetic piece like the chaconne. And this is more or less the structure that is also what we can find usually in the sources of this period from the first part of the 17th century, when we look for some music that involve one voice and one line of bass, basso continuo. And I don't know, Amanda, we can eventually talk about this difference between the basses and what they can help to come out from the music and the text. What do you think?
Yeah, well, I mean, something nice about this repeating bass line, it's so simple to look at. I mean, it's basically like a lot of the songs just have these 4 descending notes in the bass line, just bum, 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 bum. And then you have the vocal line on top of that, and that's all there is. So if
I can show you. I don't know if you can see.
Yeah,
This is the beginning. Che si può fare of Barbara Strozzi, and it's a very, very simple structure, 4 notes that can be eventually divided in smaller notes, but in this case remain solid 4 notes. And this is more or less as the structure of the music for the Italian repertoire of this kind of repertoire for voice and basso continuo. And this is very interesting because the group, the ensemble that we will with Prima we will perform is based with is composed by the viola gamba and triple harp turbo as a bass line, and 2 treble instruments like a cornetto and violin, baroque violin. And this group, this mix of instruments allows us to take out from the music a lot of invention, because the very nude or naked structure allows and also needs ask to be completed, embellished, and enhanced and yeah, just performed as in a modern time. We can maybe associate it to the jazz session, where the riff is quite fixed, and then there is the solo, and we will have more or less the same way of operate and work on the music, because you know,
Yeah, well, it's just very, the whole thing is very improvised. And, you know, obviously we've thought about who's going to play on which pieces and who's going to have a solo, but I'll just have written in my score, okay, 8-bar cornetto solo. And it's going to be something different every time, because these guys are so good at improvising. And, you know, that's something else when we're doing this kind of music. It's like if you picked up a Mozart score, or even a Handel score, it would say, okay, we need 2 oboes and 2 flutes and a bassoon player. And this doesn't really give any indication. You could sing all these songs with just lute if you wanted, or just harpsichord. But to create some variety and to make it more interesting, we hope, we've sort of mixed in the different instruments.
Yeah, and also these instruments are the most representative of that period, because viola da gamba was on the epics of their Italian life, and with the viola bastarda, that is a strange name, just to describe an instrument that can play through all the voices, and embellish with this ornamentation that are called diminution. So we have a big note that we can break in a smaller note, and usually they are fast and in a challenging position. And this is something that we can have sources, important sources from treaties and some letters of that time that describe how the musician, the skilled one, were sometimes too much involved in the music, and that they cover, and also the musician. And there are someone composer or treated, yes, composer and theorist that say, please be careful, don't play all together, otherwise it become a soup and confusion. So if we try to do this to manage, to organize our ideas and what come out from yes, just the simple page of music, and we try to give our version, and to use all the characteristics of the instruments for the melody, to play the melody or the harmony or the rhythm, and each one can have a more different function, especially for the bass instrument, like harp or the orbo or the gamba. And this is very interesting for us for working, and I'm sure that when we play, you never know what can happen, because as we say, that there is nothing written, and there is a discover every time. And even if the pieces could be in part known, but the other are less known, and also it will be a premiere in the program that I have the luckiness to no.
Yeah, this when we did this program in September in Italy, and we just recorded our concert and listening to it, we thought, it's just missing 1 or 2 pieces. So we were looking for vocal pieces to add. And at that time, Cristiano happened to, well, I'll let you tell the story.
Yes, I have a job. My job is as a teacher of viola da gamba at the Venice Conservatory, and it's a really magic place. And also, we are very lucky because there is a musical library incredibly huge and important in Italy, because there are a lot of original manuscripts from the 15th century to the 19th, 20th century also. And talking with the librarian, I asked him to look for some music of this period, and he showed me a folder. I say, here there are some new new in a way that they are not so well studied, manuscript that could be. And yeah, in a few time, I had the chance to open and scroll the pages, and found it is a new piece of Sartorio, and is yeah, very, very nice. And I believe that in the future we can have the chance to put new pieces in our repertoire and our program.
Yeah,
maybe
that'll be the next program.
Yeah. So this is the idea, to have to have as they say also at the time, have fun, and make delight the audience when they play, and also when you play. And this combination of instrument really is something that is comfortable, I believe, for the voice, because we can put in and out the instrument and accompanying the voice, like a cornetto, and the cat is
I know, I'm trying to, he's doing.
Maybe we can cut it.
No, I think that adds color, right?
Okay. And yes, and the rule of the instrument are different, and can vary many times during a piece, and that is something that I like, and I waited a long time before preparing a program, so I'm very glad to do it now with Amanda, and in US, Boston.
So do you have a favorite piece on the program?
Since I say that there's
favorite vocal piece.
The full program is a favorite piece, but I have to say that I like Che si può fare for Barbara Strozzi, and Dammi Morte of Cavalli, that come from the opera.
Those two, and we've linked those two together on the program with that new Sartorio discovery in between them. So we tried to make groups of songs just to sort of help with the flow, so we're not interrupted by your wild applause every minute. I really like the Ferrari piece, the Cantata Spirituale, which is it's the only
magic.
It's actually the only sacred piece of music on the program, but the text was so perfect, and it fit our sort of ostinato bassline theme, because it's about like spiritual love. And if you've ever seen the Bernini sculpture in Rome, the Saint Teresa in ecstasy, that's basically what this song is. You know, she's being pierced by the arrows of holy love, and it's just incredible. That piece is actually four verses long.
4 verses.
And we did try that, but it was going to take up like half an hour to do all 4. So we did some snipping. It's an incredible piece. So someday I would like to do the whole piece, but for now we're trying to make this an enjoyable experience for everybody.
Yeah, and also is even if there are the usual 4 notes, the way in which Ferrari played and composed the music is amazing. If we think about Rossi, that he did another Passacaglia, in 4 notes, but it's chromatic one, instead of being is subdivided in chromatic notes shape, and the word is completely different. And also the use of the tune, or is if you are in B flat major or in E minor, change a lot, because at that time, even later, each tune has a character. So if you choose the E minor, you have a kind of effect that you can express that would be much different from the B flat or the G major. It's very difficult to find a Passacaglia in a G major. You find in D minor or E minor. And the B flat is very rare, also because it is a kind of spiritual, maybe. It's the only not secular, pure, not secular song.
Yeah.
And
the text was so, what does she say at the end? Tu non sai, those of you who have not known pain.
What is love? No, you don't know what is love because you don't know what is pain.
And that's basically the gist of all of these songs, is that really, you know, I love you so much that it would probably just be better to be dead than to keep on loving you. So
yeah, I can stay close to you, and because I'm not, I don't feel that we are equal, and I feel so humble and so far, and you're so divine. Yeah, it's really a very difficult time for them. It's been
no happy loves.
No.
I just want to, since this cat is like, it just really distracted me over there, I'm going to just show you. I call this cat Aaron Sheehan, and I think you can see why. His beautiful blue eyes. Linksy, can you shoot? Yes.
Yeah.
He looks just like Aaron.
Okay. A moment of daylight.
Yeah, I know. The thing is, I'm in my kitchen in Belmont. Cristiano is in Monte Carlo doing what sounds like a very incredible production. You can talk about it if you want.
Oh yeah, he's Giulio Cesar of Georg Friedrich Handel, and is in a very incredible situation, because I believe that we were talking today with other friends and colleagues. We believe that this is the only one ensemble group orchestra that is really playing as it was in the past, because we are the group, the ensemble is the Musiciens du Prince, and we really play for the Prince of Monte Carlo, and we with us, and thanks to her, we have the Queen Cecilia Bartoli, that is the singer and the artistic director, and so we have an incredible cast. We have a great musician, a great stage, and yesterday the premiere went quite well, so we are happy. We did a very nice work, and but this is.
Anyway, but soon we will meet up, and next week, yes, we'll be doing this program for you guys. So I hope we've given you enough, we've tantalized you enough to want to come out next Saturday night and see our program at the First Church in Cambridge, 8 o'clock. And thanks for having us, and we'll see you there.
Yes, and it will be much shorter than an opera.
Yes, 75 minutes.
Yeah. 75 minutes.
Thanks.
So,
thanks, Kathy.
Thank you so much, and see you soon, all of you. Bye.